Hello, my name is Stefano and I'm an Italian freelance illustrator and concept artist. Together with my best friend and at the same time better half, Luna, we are better known as Moonpix. We work as a full-time commission artists, making character design and illustration for private customers, for book covers and other kind of project as well, creating especially fantasy drawing and paintings. And if you're wondering, yes, we are a real couple, both in our professional work and everyday life. We met for the first time in high school, but our journey together truly started at the Academy of Fine Arts, studying new technologies. One of our dreams has always been to be artists, because it brings us a great joy to create something for the people we love. We aim to amaze them and evoke a sense of wonder that can only come from seeing an idea getting form in real life through an artwork. And this is one of the reasons we are passionate about fantasy art, because the freedom it provides and the satisfaction of giving shape to imagination, personal or from the others, is something unique for us. But let's say that it's in a particularly sad chapter of our lives that we found strength and consolation in making art, which help us realize how much it could mean to others. It was then we decided to making art our life. And so we took a leap of faith and dove into this uncharted sea. And the beginning was challenging for sure, but little by little we built our little boat. And sometimes allowing ourselves to be carried by the current, and other times rowing with all our strength, our journey has continued up to this day, despite some inevitable storms. And the little me will be proud. I wanted to be a pirate, Anyway, choosing to work together presents unique challenges. People often struggle to understand our partnership. We must combine different working style, artistic tastes, and schedules. And additionally, art is highly introspective and a personal process, so collaborating requires to be open and trusting with one another. Also, since art is our main source of income, any creative block or unexpected event or health issues can affect us both simultaneously. But despite these challenges, we cannot imagine creative art alone anymore. I mean, it will feel as something essential is missing. And everyone has their own personal way of working, viewing the world, and preferences for tools and techniques. Merging these various elements take care and understanding. And as many of you probably can understand, as artists, we can be somewhat sensitive and protective of our work, So collaborating means being open to continuous critique and sometimes having to accept significant changes to our creations. This wasn't always easy, but step by step we have learned to communicate and understand each other almost perfectly. And talking about something different in terms of our practical collaboration. We choose Rebelle as our primary tool for creating art. Both of us received traditional art training in high school. Luna specialized in painting and I focused on sculpture. And before becoming self-taught digital painters, driven by the fact we love the art of video games and book cover and so. And looking back, it's incredible to think that I didn't even know what a tablet was at the time. And said that probably our traditional background influences our desire to achieve a specific look and feel in our artwork. We have used various software over the years, various platform and hardware, but since discovering Rebelle, it became our main art tool. Its strengths include a simple and intuitive interface that enable a fluid and natural workflow, much like picking up a pencil or a brush. And this makes it ideal for beginners who just want to pick up a digital pen and start drawing, as well as for professional artists needing to maintain a consistent workflow. However, this simplicity does not imply shallowness. Indeed, beneath this user-friendly surface, we can find a depth that offers endless possibilities for expression. In digital art, especially for beginners, works often end up feeling flat and lacking textures or nuance, but this is never the case with Rebelle for us. While it provides all the necessary tools for a complete control, it also offers, let's say, the unpredictability of traditional media, giving an unique and different result each time. What truly impresses us is how easily you can develop a personal and artistic style in Rebelle. In other software, achieving dynamic brush strokes can be challenging, often leading to we call it stamp effect, if you know what we mean, and where all strokes look almost identical. While there are usually options to create custom tools or add texture layer to address these issues, doing that can slow the workflow, resulting in a works that start to look similar unless you continuously vary the custom brush. But Rebelle avoids this problem, making it an exceptional tool for artists like us. There's some feature on the software like paint modes, paper and canvas type, aqua or load of paint that allow you to obtain something completely different with the same tool. And this is a big strength because every brush will seem, we can say, alive. That's true. So when we talk about Rebelle, it's not just the parameters that matter, it's the technology behind it, the way the colors are mixed, how they blend and how different media interact. That truly creates a magical experience while using it. Never mind if you're working on a simple sketch or a complex painting. And we're a bit sure that now you might be wondering, but how you actually work together? Do you hold a brush like the pottery scene of Sam and Molly in Ghost? Not quite. Yes, someone asked us in the past. And that would be romantic for sure, but definitely not very practical. Anyway, to explain a bit about our setup, we both have our own computers, Mine, for instance, has at least 300 icons or more scattered across the desktop, while Luna has no more than 20. And let's say we have definitely different styles, so it's essential to have a personal working space. And we sit at an adjacent desk to facilitate communication, and since we use the same software, it's easier to share files. Plus, to maintain consistency in our artwork, we also tend to use the same brushes and techniques. So we exchange files frequently, working on different parts. For example, I may work on the background while Luna works on the main character, or I do the line art and she starts with coloring while I work on a different layer, and then we export and merge everything together. And it's always fun because I used to make a lot of different layers, while Luna is more methodical. It's always a panic attack every time she opens one of my 5 projects. However, beyond the practicalities lies an emotional and empathetic aspect of our collaboration. Similar to other artistic disciplines like dance or music, and just to make gossip, Luna was a dancer and I was a musician. A group often requires an artistic director or a strong common idea. If you're not on the same wavelength, it becomes difficult to decide on the right direction. In university, we often worked on group projects, and frankly, we hated the teamwork experience. Anyway, we had the possibility to work together for the first time one day, and we discovered our compatibility, and everything felt different. Our strengths complement each other, and over the years we've learned to blend our differences to create something special for us. And now that our working method has harmonized, we can say we are excited to share our secret. By including both at every stage of the creative process, right from the initial idea to the technical execution of sketches and painting, being completely open to suggestions, we feel like we are creating some things as if we are one. And we would like to tell you this. A fun aspect of our collaboration is that we often make quick sketches of our ideas simultaneously without looking at each other. And more often than not, we find we have a similar concept in mind, which means a great starting point. But if our sketches diverge, that divergence often leads us to an interesting new ideas that can enhance our original concept. So let's say that it's always a win. And personally, I enjoy drawing with a pencil, while Luna prefers painting and finalizing the artwork. We merge each other's strengths to be more productive and efficient, and combining one person's expressive style with the other's pragmatic approach. Of course, this is a complex discussion and could go much deeper. After years of creating art together, we feel like we developed our own unique language while creating art and understand each other. And we love to explore this further in another video if you're interested anyway. Well, I think that's enough for today. Thank you so much for watching and listening to our story. I hope my English was clear and understandable, at least. And if you have any question or want to know more about the topics we've discussed, let us know in the comments. Ciao!